Hey guys, Brett here, and in this video I want to give you a quick overview of the Webinaro software. So as you can see, I'm logged into my Webinaro members area, but first what I want to do is show you exactly the kind of webinars that Webinaro produces. So let me go ahead and take you over to a demo webinar, and then I'll show you how I set it up. So right here is a demo webinar of the Webinaro software, and this is an evergreen just-in-time webinar. So you can actually see I have my title for my webinar, I have my video, which is optional, I have my webinar text, I have the countdown time telling people when the webinar is going to be starting, and I have my button for them to sign up for the webinar. Now what's important to remember is that these are evergreen just-in-time webinars, as I've said. What this means is every time a person comes to this webinar, they're just in time. It's just about to start. I can actually set that countdown timer to anything I want. I can have it be 5 minutes. I can have it be 3 minutes. I can have it be any time I like. So that way, when people visit the webinar sign up, oh, look, they just got here in time to see the webinar in progress. And as I said, they're evergreen, which means they constantly run for everybody. And this way, you have a webinar sales machine selling for you automatically without you actually needing to be there. Now, of course, people can go ahead, they can click the secure your spot, they can sign up for the webinar, which captures their name and their email address for you. And once they continue, they will then go to the webinar, which functions just like a live webinar, with a chat box, with a presentation, with handouts, with everything you would expect in a live webinar, only it's not actually live because you're not actually there. Now you may think that this is actually a little bit deceitful, not doing a live webinar even though you're presenting it as a live webinar, but you're actually doing your site visitors a favor, because with Webinaro there's never any tech issues. Your audio never goes out. Your internet never has problems. The software never crashes. Anybody that's ever been on an actual live webinar knows that they're generally plagued with tech issues. However, with Webinaro, you don't have to worry about any of that. It runs perfectly. You give them a perfect, smooth presentation every single time. You're actually giving them a better experience. And because you can answer people's questions that are on the webinar in the live chat from any device, even your mobile phone, you're giving them the full live experience without needing to worry about any of the tech issues that come with live webinars. So setting up a webinar is incredibly easy. The first thing you want to do is go over here to the video section and upload the video for your webinar. Webinaro has built-in video hosting. That way there's no branding over your videos like they would have for YouTube or Vimeo, and the webinar looks like a live video. So upload your video for your webinar in the video section, then head over to webinars and click on create new. Once you create a new webinar, you can then edit the webinar and fill in all the settings. Now, I'm not going to go through all the settings here because this is not a tutorial video. This is just a quick overview of the system. But the settings allow you to fully customize the webinar. You can put in your headline text, you can put in your sign-up text, you can put in your video. If you want to have a video on the sign-up form, you can have retargeting code, you can have Facebook share images. Everything you need is inside of here. You can also decide if your webinar is going to have simulated attendees to look like there's other people inside of the webinar. If you're going to have live questions and answering. If you're going to provide a handout to people who sign up for your webinar and attend it. You can do everything in Webinaro that you would expect from a live webinar platform, only you don't have to deal with any of the hassle of a live webinar platform. Now, Mike and I realized that this is great for people that have webinar presentations. But what about people that don't have webinars? What about people that don't have something to sell of their own? Well, we didn't leave those people out. We included a done-for-you webinar that allows people to sell our high-ticket coaching and earn juicy $495 commissions from every sale with a webinar that they didn't even have to create, using Webinaro to run webinars that they don't actually have to attend. And loading this Done For You webinar is super easy. Simply go ahead and click on the Load Done For You webinar button. And that's it. All of the settings are now filled in for you for this Done For You webinar that will allow you to earn $495 commissions selling a product that you didn't have to create using a webinar you didn't have to run. Webinaro is quite simply the most powerful automated webinar platform I've ever created. It's perfect for anybody who wants to run their own webinars, and it's perfect for anybody who wants to run a done-for-you webinar that is proven to sell, that has personally earned Mike and myself over $22,000 in just 30 hours using the Webinaro platform. Thank you and enjoy.